Welcome on in, folks. As we look at your winter weather alerts, we do have a few of them across East Texas. Central and northern counties, we are under that winter storm warning. This starts at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning and runs through noontime on Friday. That's where I expect the most significant accumulations to fall. Now, as we look at Henderson, Anderson, Cherokee, Rusk, and Panola County, those areas under a winter weather advisory where we might see a small amount of snowfall and maybe a coating of ice. That is where we expect lesser impacts to happen. And if you live in deep East Texas, where we don't have any winter weather highlights to show you, you're probably just going to see a cold rain. Now, we're going to do a little bit of science here. I do want to show you the air temperatures, and they're cold. We are in the low to middle 30s. Some of us, like Mineola, already fallen into the upper 20s. We're at 28 degrees at Mineola, Marshall's at 30, Henderson's at 33, it's 30 in Nacogdoches. So it is getting cold, and part of the reason for that is the fact that our dew points are in the teens and 20s. Now, one thing that has to happen for us to get rain or any other type of precipitation is the dew point temperature and the air temperature. They have to be very much alike, and that's not happening right now. So what has to happen is we need a thermodynamic process called evaporative cooling to occur, in which typically lowers your air temperature and raises your dew point. So what we could see, if we're at 34 degrees tomorrow morning when it starts raining, the rain would saturate the atmosphere and our temperatures would fall a couple of degrees. So that is something we're watching, and if that does happen, we could see a pretty swift transition from rain over to snow, maybe a bit earlier than expected. But that's just one trend to keep in mind as we look at this disturbance, because it is moving off to the east. Now, as we look at Futurecast, not a ton happens through 7 o'clock in the morning. The rain crosses the Trinity. We see that mix of precipitation tomorrow afternoon, perhaps mixed with some heavier sleet pellets, especially outlined in the yellow. This is 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, while it's all snow across Interstate 30 and pointing off to the north for Hopkins, Franklin, Titus, and Morris County. That's where I expect the heaviest precipitation to fall, at least the heaviest snow. Deep East Texas staying all rain. This is midnight tomorrow night. And then as we move you through time, 4, 5 o'clock Friday morning, everybody in our northern counties will then be seeing some snow. And then the disturbance itself, it moves out to the east very quickly Friday morning. And temperatures, because of that, will be allowed to warm above freezing. And Friday afternoon is when most of our melting will take place. Wintry mix along into the north of Interstate 20. It is mainly snow for Interstate 30. All rain in deep East Texas tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we see the transition line moving further to the south. So Jacksonville, Henderson, you could see a mixed bag of precipitation. Still all snow across our Interstate 30 counties. And then for Tyler and Longview, you see that transition over to snow Friday morning. It's a mix for Jacksonville and Henderson, and then further to the south, maybe a wet flake of snow mixed in, but it's generally rain. No accumulations in deep East Texas. Up to an inch of snow and sleet at Athens, Tyler, and Longview. Mineola and Gilmer 1 to 2 inches, and then 2 to 4 plus in Sulphur Springs in Mount Pleasant. If we see heavier bands of snow, then those totals would end up increasing. We'll keep you updated throughout the day to see if that were to be the case. Saturday, Sunday, dry. It's smooth sailing next week. And as we take a quick look at deep East Texas, I don't have any wintry mix or any prolonged wintry mix in the forecast tomorrow or Friday. Again, wet flake of snow possible. Regardless, we dry out Friday afternoon and are dry and cool this weekend. For the latest weather forecast, you can find that on our website. That's Fox 51.